What's up, guys? Matt Fragger here. This is the part where I normally would say I got another fragrance review video for you, but I do not. What I do have is I just want to take a couple minutes of your time for those of you who care and those of you that want to listen about fragrance and fragrance performance. I just want to kind of get a couple little things off of my chest and share with you guys. When I do my videos, first of all, I don't edit my videos at all. I just press record, sit down, and talk about fragrances. I don't do any kind of editing. And so I'm just kind of off the cuff with everything that I'm telling you. And I wanted to give you a couple off the cuff remarks. I have gotten some comments in some of my videos where I have recommended a fragrance and people haven't agreed with what with my assertion of what the performance is. And I mean, I think at this point that everybody can kind of like agree that fragrance profiles, different smells, different notes can be subjective to different people. And I feel like performance is another one of those areas where it can be very subjective and it can vary quite a bit from one person to the next. And even certain fragrances can vary in performance from one person to the next. And it's all about your skin chemistry and how a fragrance vibes with you. Now, when I do a fragrance review and I'm talking about the performance of a fragrance, I'm just telling you how it performs off of my skin. Now, I do get very good performance for the most part. In general, I get good performance out of fragrances. I know that there's people that don't. I know that there's people that, you know, if somebody says, well, this is an 8-hour fragrance, you wear it and you're only going to get like maybe 5 hours out of it. And then you're like, you know, leaves you wondering. It leaves you kind of befuddled. Like, wait a minute, this was supposed to be like an 8-hour fragrance. I get that there's people out there that are like that just don't get the same performance out of a fragrance. And, you know, when I do a fragrance review video here, I'm trying really hard, believe me, to give you the best idea I can and the best, the best assertion that I can, the best idea that I can of conveying to you what I'm getting out of what it smells like, what I'm getting as far as performance and all those kind of things. And specifically as it comes to performance, you know, it's just what I get off of my skin and what I get out of my experience. I've got a good buddy who I had Mancera's Oud Lemon Mint, and I picked it up, and like I said, typically fragrances wear pretty good on me. I get pretty good performance out of them. And the Oud Lemon Mint, not only did the fragrance profile not really seem to vibe necessarily with me the way I liked, but the performance on it for me didn't seem to be that good, especially for a Mancera. Like normally I've got a couple other Manceras here and I've tested some Manceras in the past. Manceras have, you know, overall, you know, they're kind of famous for having great performance. And I wasn't real impressed with the performance I got. Now, let me just interject really quickly here that when it comes to performance, you don't, and I've said this before, you don't have to, a fragrance doesn't have to perform all day to be worth picking up, to be worth wearing and worth enjoying. I got quite a few fragrances that I've picked up knowing that the performance wasn't going to be the greatest, but that I really enjoyed the scent profile. I've got a couple that I really, really enjoy the scent profile, and I wish that they had a little better performance than they do. But what I do is I just kind of like adjust my, when I'm wearing them, I just adjust it to the situation. Like, you know, if I only need it to be a few hours, then I wear something that is only going to give me a few hours of performance. But if I know I'm going to be out all day and I need something that's going to last, then I try to pick something that's going to last longer. And everybody's got to kind of come to that conclusion on their own when it comes to a fragrance about, you know, what kind of performance they're going to get and then wear it according to that, you know, for themselves. But I just kind of wanted to put it out there that, you know, when I'm doing these fragrance reviews, I am trying real hard to give you guys the best information that I can on a fragrance, because I want you to be able to watch my video, hear what I have to say about a fragrance, make a decision that you are going to spend your hard-earned money. And believe me, I know how precious that money can be, especially nowadays. Fragrance prices, just like anything else, are going up. Everything is more expensive. Fragrances are a luxury, in my opinion. Now, things like soap and deodorant, those aren't luxuries. Those are things that you really need to be doing. And if you're not, then, you have no business worrying about fragrances. But all jokes aside, fragrances to me are definitely a luxury. And when you're buying a luxury item, you want to make sure that when you spend your money, that you're going to get the best thing you can for your money, especially when there's so many choices out there. There's so many fragrances out there that you can choose from. And with all those choices out there for you, somebody else's opinion on what's good and what's, the best thing to pick up can be valuable. And I hope that my opinions are valuable to some of you. The few of you that are out there watching me, I hope that my opinions have been valuable for you. And that's what I want to do, is share a fragrance that I've found is really good, smells good, lasts good, whatever, and give you that information so you can, get the best for your money and get the best value for, for yourself. So when it comes to performance, it is subjective and it is different on different people. And back to, I just completely, went on a rant off of my story, but basically, Oud Lemon Mint just didn't do it for me. I traded it to my buddy Scott, and he gets great performance out of it. He says that it gives him all-day performance. He loves the scent profile. He adores the fragrance, and that's awesome. I'm so glad that he's able to get the enjoyment out of it that I just didn't. So when I give you a fragrance recommendation, and especially when I give you a recommendation of what the performance on a fragrance is, just, keep in mind that I'm giving you what I get off of my skin, in my experience, and what my, take is on the fragrance. And it may not necessarily vibe with, it may not necessarily, link up with what kind of experience you're going to get, but I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help you get the best for your money. And I don't have a lot of, expensive fragrances for a reason, because I don't have the money for all that. And the fragrances I do have, I got a lot of budget stuff. And I know that there's a lot of people out there, though, that are trying to find budget options as well. And I'm trying to help you do that. So I know that I've went too long on this, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of put it out there that if I give you a recommendation on a fragrance and it doesn't vibe for you the same as it does for me, and it doesn't, the performance isn't the same as what I'm telling you here, then I'm so sorry that it turned out that way, but I'm trying to give you my best assertion and give you my best opinion from what I'm getting. So just wanted to kind of get that out there and mention that to you guys, and keep that in mind when you're out there, when you're buying fragrances and you're watching fragrance reviews or reading reviews. Keep in mind that especially when it comes to performance, that, take it with a grain of salt. Don't put too much stock in what any content creator or fragrance reviewer tells you about performance. Just kind of like, just do the best you can to make a decision, and then just, you just got to kind of live with that decision. And if it doesn't end up being something that you expected, then, there's always the next one, and, it's not the end of the world. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for listening to me talk about what some of my opinions are as it pertains to, performance of fragrances. And I really appreciate you guys taking your time to watch my reviews, and I hope that, you're getting what I'm intending that you're going to get out of it, which is, me trying to help you, me giving you my opinion to try to help you make the best choice for a fragrance that you can. So I'm the Mad Fragger. Thanks for watching another video. I will see you next time, guys.